All right, this is a battle between James's Breakaway Dark Angels and JP's Grey Knights. The mission is called Contact Lost. It's a Maelstrom of War mission, and there are 6 objectives. And the 6 objectives are basically 5 of them being here on James's side of the board, and 1 of them being behind that bastion over there. So this is their initial deployment. Turn 1 is going to follow soon. So this is the end of James's Dark Angels turn 1. There was some sporadic shooting onto the Dread Knights, and one of the Dread Knights took 1 wound. It's down to 3. His Imperial Knight Titan moved forward, and James was able to secure objective number 1. So James has 1 point. End of James. This is the end of JP's Grey Knights, end of turn 1. And JP tried to have some Terminators with a Librarian Deep Strike teleport in this area, but something went wrong, and they're delayed. Another group of Grey Knights tried to Deep Strike around this area here, and something went terribly wrong, and they were disintegrated in the Deep Strike accident. JP's 2 Grey Knights, they teleport shunted to this location here into James's deployment zone, and they flamed this unit of Space Marines, and this unit of Space Marines was very resilient and only took 2 casualties. So that's the end of JP's turn. Now it's going to be James's turn 2. This is the end of James's Dark Angels turn 2. He's basically swinging around his forces to attack the Dread Knights here. His Dreadnought heroically charged the Dread Knight and destroyed it in close combat. And this Nemesis Dread Knight is badly injured, down to, I believe, two wounds. And James is also scoring. James, what did you score this turn?
Just to confirm, for the purposes of Big Game Hunter, what does the...
It's a monstrous creature.
It's a monstrous creature. Okay, so I got 1 victory point for having killed 1 of them.
Yes.
I got Supremacy for controlling twice as many objectives as JP controls.
Yes.
And I secured objective 5. So I got 3 points out of that.
So you are a total of 5 points.
5
Yeah.
points.
So the score is 5-0, and it is now JP's turn 2. All right, so that was a kind of tragic turn for the Grey Knights. The Nemesis Dread Knight charged into this Dreadnought and was bested in hand-to-hand combat right over there. And when this Storm Raven came in, it was shot at and badly damaged by the Icarus Firestorm readout, or just the Firestorm readout. It only took 1 hull point, but its velocity was locked. That means that it's going to have to come off the table the next turn, and it only was snap shooting, and it gunned down, was it 2 or 3 Space Marines here. And now it's going to be James's turn. It's turn 3. This was a very quick turn 3 for James's Dark Angels. This Storm Raven is traveling through the battlefield. It got shot at by missiles from the Space Marines in that readout. Plasma pistol wielding Space Marines in their headquarters retinue fired at it, actually hit it, damaged it. It's down to 1 hull point, and that's the end of James's turn. Now JP is going to roll for his Valiant Reinforcements. All right, it's the end of JP's turn 3, and coming out and teleporting are Supreme Grandmaster Drago here, and then he ran forward position, and another group of Grey Knights teleported around this location, and then they ran forward. And that was the end of JP's turn, and also his Storm Raven gunship flew off the board, and now James is beginning turn 4.
Oh shit, I didn't...
Okay, so this is the end of James's top of turn 4. A lot of shooting from these tiers along with the battle cannon put some wounds onto this group of paladins, which is led by the Supreme Grandmaster, Caldor Drago. But over on the other side, a group of paladins was completely cut down by firing from all quarters. So this is the remainder of the Grey Knights army, and it's turn 4, so reserves automatically come back in, and the Storm Raven is going to be coming back in. So that's it. So this is the end of JP's Grey Knights turn 4, and the Grey Knights smashed into a unit of Dark Angels there, carried them all off, and have consolidated in this fashion. And JP is scoring this objective right there. So that's the end of JP's Grey Knights. Now it is James's turn. It's the beginning of turn 5. All right, so it's the end of James's turn 5, and firing from the Firestorm Redoubt wrecked the Storm Raven gunship, which had been damaged down to 1 hull point. The crew disembarked, and they took some casualties from plasma cannon fire from all the way down that end of the table. On this side of the table, the people in the ruins fired down onto the Grey Knights here, putting a wound on the Supreme Grand Master and taking out one more guy. Fire from the Imperial Knight Titan proved ineffective, and it failed a charge. So that is the state of affairs. Now it is going to be Grey Knights turn 5. All right, so this is the end of turn 5 total, JP's turn 5. And what happened was that the Grey Knights that were at the bottom of this ruin charged up and smashed that tactical squad, and 2 survivors are fleeing right now. So it is the end of turn 5, which means that the game is going to end on a roll of 1 or 2. I'm going to roll
Wait, I got to film 2 for my thing to see what happens.
And I'm going to roll after this.
Okay.
All right, so this is the end of James's turn 6. Long-range fire from this quarter continues to amass casualties on the group over there. And here, the Grey Knights have been badly reduced by incoming fire. And Supreme Grandmaster Kaldor Drago is locked in combat with the Dark Angels commander. That's it. Okay, so JP had a very quick turn. The Inquisitor and his retinue moved in that direction away from the Storm Raven gunship wreckage, and Drago continues to be in a combat over here. The Dark Angels company master backed away from the combat, and Drago cut down one of the company master's retinue. So we're going to roll afterwards to see if the game ends on a 1, 2, or a 3. All right, this is the end of the game. I just rolled a 1, and James is now counting his points. It's just a matter of the degree of victory. It is definitely a Dark Angels victory. How many points?
So 9 points.
All right, so the Dark Angels score 9 points to the Grey Knights is
1 point.
1 point. Because he has
Linebreaker.
Linebreaker. Where's Linebreaker? Yes, okay. So it is 9 to 1. Dark Angels victory.